So let's have a look at the trip that Lila and Saraswati took. Vasistha continued. Holding each other's hands, Saraswati and Lila slowly ascended to far distant scenes in space. This space was intensely pure and totally empty. It's a nice idea, this idea of a space that's intensely pure and totally empty. You get to describe space as pure is talking about a sense of the space that you're in. It's a different kind of space. They rested on top of the Mount Meru, the axis of the earth. They saw countless interesting sights as they proceeded away from the orbit of the moon. They roamed within huge cloud formations in space. Sounds like nebulae. They entered infinite space, the womb and source of infinite beings in infinite worlds. They saw the 7 great mountains in the cosmos, which were radiant like the fire of dissolution. They saw golden plains near Meru, and they saw the densest form of darkness. They saw siddhas, beings with supernatural powers. They saw crowds and crowds of demons, goblins and other spirits. They saw space vehicles come and go everywhere. They saw celestial nymphs sing and dance. They saw a variety of birds and also animals. They saw angels and gods. They saw great yogis endowed with all auspicious qualities. They saw the abode of the Creator, the abode of Shiva and others. Like a couple of mosquitoes, they roamed all these plains. And Venkatesananda, the translator, gives us a note to the effect the description is graphic and detailed in the text. So it's quite possible we're being spared some of the details here. In short, they saw all that was already in the mind of Saraswati, and which Saraswati wanted to show to Queen Lila. It was like the lotus of the heart, with the directions for its petals, the netherworld for the mud in which it grows, held by the divine serpent, which is the root. There's some allusion here to Kundalini, which is the divine serpent. Mount Meru, which is roughly like the Hindu Mount Olympus, is supposed to be the axis of the world, but it's also a metaphor for the what we might call the spinal cord, or at least the subtle version of it, through which certain channels of psychic energy flow. And all this is taking place in the mind of Saraswati. So we must bear that in mind. It's being described externally, but it's also internal. So let's get a sense that this is neither external nor internal. It's imagination. Everything is imagination, though. In this lotus, they saw what is known as Jambudvipa, in which there are many countries and continents. It's surrounded by a salty ocean. Beyond that is Shakadvipa, surrounded by an ocean of milk. Beyond that is Kushadvipa, which is an ocean of curd. Then Kranchadvipa, and an ocean of ghee. Where would we be without our ghee? The Salmali Dvipa, surrounded by an ocean of wine. Then Gomedika Dvipa, surrounded by an ocean of sugarcane juice. Then there is Pushkara Dvipa, surrounded by an ocean of sweet water. Then there is a cosmic hole. Beyond that is the Lokaloka mountain, shining resplendently. Beyond that is the infinite forest, etc. Lastly, there was infinite space, sheer emptiness. And the translator asks us to compare this description with that in the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is another scripture detailing the life of Krishna and the avatars of Vishnu. So we've got a bit of Hindu cosmology here. Having thus seen the oceans, mountains, the protectors of the universe, the kingdom of the gods, the sky and the very bowels of the earth, Lila saw her own house.